a chance for me to share with you my vision of why we need end-of-life doulas in our world. A lot of people are talking right now about the stats that are coming up, the amount of baby boomers coming through, the silver tsunami that's coming. You know, the stats say that by 2050, the number of people over 65 is going to double. I mean, that's a remarkable. There's a wave of death and dying coming and aging coming that has never been seen before. Already there is insufficient palliative care beds, hospice beds, aged care beds, and also palliative care beds. There's already insufficient now, let alone the government is actually cutting back health budgets, not increasing them. Death, with this volume of death coming, death's going to have to go back into our homes, into our communities. We actually don't have a choice about that. Just like it did in our grandparents' and great-grandparents' era, they took care of their dying and their dead at home. That was normal for them. Go talk to some people who can remember back or remember what their parents talked about, because that's what we're going to have to do. And, you know, the Groundswell Project talks about that around 90 years ago, we outsourced death. We sent it from our homes. We sent it to aged care facilities. We sent it to hospitals. We sent it to funeral directors. Now, inherently, there's nothing wrong with that. But it had a cost that I don't think anyone was really thinking about when that happened. And the cost was we as individuals, as families, as communities, we lost our capacity and our confidence in dealing with aging and death. We used to do it at home. Now we're like, a lot of people, 40 and 50, have never seen a dead person. So enter the doula. Why doula? Well, here's the thing. The palliative care to me is a way underestimated and under-resourced part of our medical world. The palliative care medical and nursing teams provide an essential part of end-of-life care and support. As I say, I can't do my job without good palliative care from nurses and from doctors. But there's a whole lot more that needs to happen as well. And these days, people are dying alone. People are dying without knowing that they're options. There's a lot of publicity now about how death's become a medicalized event. And it's not a medical event. It is a deeply personal, individual, family and community event. And we've become scared of it. And we don't talk about it anymore. And there's lots of talk that it's taboo and all of that. Look, my experience is this. When people talk about death and dying, when they know and they have more knowledge and they understand more, fear decreases, right? That's provable. And so to me as a doula, why I think our role is so crucial is I'm an ordinary person. I'm no oracle, I'm not medical. I'm an ordinary person who has got myself educated in what options there are at end of life. And what I can do is share that knowledge. I can provide support to another human being who's facing a challenging time. I can support and help resource them to stay at home, to do things the way they want to do it. I'm not there directing traffic, right? I am there championing a person, you. Championing, helping other people champion the people they care about. Championing you and your choices. Because it's about this is your story. And if you want to make a difference to people in your life or in the community at large, actually doing this work and being an end-of-life doula to me bridges an enormous gap in service provision. It doesn't need to be medically bridged, that gap. It needs someone walking alongside another person, community to community, person to person, and actually people who can come from their heart in this time, educate, care, provide that support and resources. And I think, you know, the role of doula for me, I can see it very, very clearly, will have a seat at the table, will be part of those multidisciplinary meetings, will be sitting up there with the palliative care team, giving inputs, providing support, because we're not there in competition, we're there in collaboration.